Racism is the belief that inherent differences among various human races determines cultural or individual achievement. It usually involves the idea that one's own race is superior and has the right to rule others. Racism is present in all areas of society. It occurs at school, at home, at work, in public spaces, and recently has become an issue online throughout social media sites. Racism occurs in every part of the world, from the United States to India to Australia, South Africa, and everywhere in between. With sports becoming more predominant in the world, media has begun to focus on acts of racism at the Olympics, NBA Finals, FIFA World Cup, and many other worldwide sporting events. Just recently, the 2014 FIFA World Cup was held in Brazil and was subject to both racism and homophobia in the stands and on the field. During a game between Germany and Ghana, a shirtless man ran on the field with a symbol of the Nazi SS written on his body, while other German fans were seen wearing blackface and afro wigs. Many incidents have occurred in not only the World Cup, but other football tournaments, games, and practices as well. But what was to be expected when racism is not solely a football issue, but an issue of society in general? Now let's see what an avid fan that immigrated from the Netherlands to Canada many years ago has to say about these incidents.
Yes, racism is a touchy subject, and it's sad that people still discriminate against each other and that there still will be talked about it. I can say from all my years of life that racism has definitely been reduced compared to 10, 20, 30 years ago. I'm a passionate fan of soccer, as I was born and raised in the Netherlands, and it's a big part of my national culture. I've noticed that the media often blows issues out of proportion. There have been multiple players from different origin in the national or any club team on the field. They have been cheered on when they're good, but if the player himself has an attitude or makes bad moves, he will be criticized and yelled at, especially from the opposing team. Then comes the human nature out of the fans, and racist remarks are coming out, and that's where the media picks up on it. It often has nothing to do with persons of color or skin, but rather their skills on the pitch. I think people should take into consideration the views of the media as they are here to provide entertainment and not always present the facts. I'm not saying that racism is not present, because it is. There's no denying that, but sometimes it's not as extreme as it seems to be.
FIFA has attempted to provide a solution to this overwhelming issue of racism throughout the world. They have created a campaign to raise awareness of this matter. Star players such as Messi, Neymar, and Van Persie were asked, along with fans from around the world, to post a selfie while holding up a sign that says "No to Racism" on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and any other social media sites. FIFA hopes to collectively, as a community of football enthusiasts, show the world that racism is not welcome on the pitch or in the stadium. However, this campaign was compared to the Just Say No to Drugs program as noble, but ineffective. Many individuals see this campaign as both a waste of time and money, when efforts could have gone to improving the quality of life in Brazil, as most citizens live in poverty. In my opinion, raising awareness and education is the first and most important step. How are people supposed to know what they are doing is wrong if they don't know the consequences of their actions? How are people supposed to know what actions are regarded as racist? These are all questions that would not be answered and thus regarded as unimportant if not specifically focused on. ALS used the Ice Bucket Challenge to raise awareness of the disease. I believe that most individuals, myself included, were not even aware such a disease even existed before this campaign came about.
Decimos no al racismo.
No to racism.
FIFA attempted to do the same thing, but were less successful in their efforts. However, every attempt to rid this world of racism is a step in the right direction and should not be undermined. Racism is a worldwide issue that not even FIFA alone can solve. So help the cause. Say no to racism.